Hey everyone, Jack Mortick here. So today I wanted to do something special. There are a variety of topics I've been wanting to talk about for a long time now, but I could never really figure out the right way to put it, and I'll definitely do those on a later date, such as like why Eggman is a brilliant way to smash fitness stereotypes, or how why I love things like, anyway, there are a lot of topics that I want to cover, is the point. But I just need to get into the proper space to talk about them. But today, I wanted to do something, there was another topic that I wanted to discuss, which was, the Civil War on the horizon of SEGA fans, but again, I'll get on those at a later date. For right now, though, I wanted to cover a particularly special topic to me. One that is fairly personal. It's the story of how Knights saved my life. A long time ago, back when I was first, getting my DMV test, I had just played Knights the night before. Yeah, I hadn't played it for a good chunk of years before that. Hadn't played it yet. Anyway, so around the time I was, 16, 18, time flies by so fast. I had just played it the night before. I loved it. It really left an impression on me. And when I went to go to the DMV, I never told anyone this story, but when I got in the car with the examiner or whatever the fuck, we started doing the test as per usual and all that. But then at one point during the test, there was a drunk driver that came out of nowhere. He nearly crashed right into us. In fact, he would have, if it hadn't been for in that split second, I couldn't tell you why or how, but for some reason, it felt like, Knights, the character, was there in that particular moment. There was an interview I had just watched the night before as well about, how the developers hoped that people in the real world could meet Knights one day themselves, and it felt like that. And it felt like, I was protected by that in some way. And I was able to stay calm throughout that entire encounter the whole time, because it felt like Knights was protecting me. I owe my life to Knights. And by extension, SEGA as a whole. I owe my life to the Sonic community many times over, in the form of preventing my suicides. But Knights is the character I owe my life, literally, to. If it weren't for that, I wouldn't be here right now. I'm forever grateful for that. Afterwards, the driving instructor was, they even remarked, just like, "How are you so calm about this?" And I just didn't really have an answer for her. It was too funny, but long story short, that driver got reported. They got the license plate number and everything, and yeah, that was the end of the story. And I even passed my DMV driving test with flying colors, like 100 out of 100. And yeah, and this was my very first time taking the test, by the way. So I was anxious as fuck. I was very much nervous. But I aced the test perfectly. And I owe it all to Knights. So, thank you, Knights. Thank you, SEGA. And thank you, Sonic Team. I owe you my life, and I will never forget that. This is Jack Mordick, the SEGA fan, signing off.